Okay, so today we are looking at how to create really smooth transitions for shadows in fabric. Now in this sample, it's mainly grey tones with like a violet hue through it. So I've made up three shades of grey, well really one white, a mid violet grey, and then the dark with a lot more black mixed into it. I'm going to use a different brush for each colour and a separate one for blending as well. And I'm going to start off by just putting the dark colour lines in where the hard edges are in the reference. I don't know if you can see the reference. So I'm going to paint a hard line in for these hard line areas, but not in where the soft transitions are. And then I'm just going to fill it in a bit. If I can work out where I am. So we have some boundaries. And I'm just going to block in the light, mid and dark, and then show you how to blend them together to create that really smooth transition. So we've got a hard line in here, and we've got this hard line here. Either side of this crease. And I'm using terps to try and get a fine point on my brush. Then we've got our soft curve in here. So I'm going to switch to the other brush with the mid-tone on it. And I'm going to paint just in like a block colour where that mid-tone is. I find it easy to do dark lines first because it helps you identify where your main points of interest are, your boundaries. Because as you start laying down your other block colours, you start losing your lines. So it's a good way to preserve the line work that you've drawn in. Let's switch to a bigger brush. And I might have to make up some more paint because this is using a lot. So once we have put our mid-tone in, I'm going to fill in this light tone area with white. And once we've got our three colours laid down, then we can start blending them together. And it's really important to remember that you have to do the blending while all of your colours are freshly applied so that they will blend together. Because once they've dried, they won't. Okay, so now we've got our three colours. I'm going to grab a clean, small, fluffy brush, and I'm going to attempt to blend the white into the mid-tone, because as you can see, our white actually goes hard up against this dark shadow. If you can see it, I'll just move it in case you can't. So this white doesn't blend into that dark colour, but it does blend into this mid-tone, so that's where we're going to focus our blending. So you don't want to move the paint around too much. You want to make very small circular direction with your brush. Now, because I've applied quite a bit, I'm going to wipe that off. Wipe your excess off your dry brush onto the paper towel, and then pick up some of this white and push back in. Otherwise we're going to end up losing our white area and it's just going to become light violet. So you don't want to over blend, you want to really control the amount of spread of your blend. If you start to feel like you're losing your white, you can just grab your white and go back in and redefine that area. So it doesn't get out of control. Okay, so we're going to work on this little curved shadow here as it comes back into a hard edge. I'm going to lay down a bit more white to curve that out. And then soften it into the mid-tone. And we don't really want to disturb that hard edge dark area. So I'm just going to strengthen that up a bit. Oh wait, that actually does blend in, doesn't it?